It's been a busy year for cyber defenders in Ukraine, the people who protect the country from cyber attacks during Russia's war. Now, for the one-year anniversary of the launch of the war, we interview one of those cyber defenders for a look back at the year that was and the challenges still to come. 1 year of war in Ukraine, a year of death, homes and cities destroyed.
I would say that this year was full of very intense events.
For a year now, Anastasia Voitova has spent her days and nights working at her job as a security software engineer at Cossack Labs and after hours as a volunteer to help make Ukraine's technology more secure. Now a life or death matter.
What keeps me motivated? We don't have a choice, right? The motivation is very simple. We don't have a choice. If we want the war to end soon with our victory, we need to do something. It won't magically happen as is.
During this year, cyber attackers have tried to shut out the lights in Ukraine, ultimately succeeding with bombs rather than digital means. They've tried to shut off satellite communications, steal sensitive information, and wipe out computer systems crucial to critical infrastructure. They've done damage, but cyber defenders have so far won the battle, Anna says.
Yes, that's why we're talking right now, right? The results are obvious.
She kept working through the many blackouts using battery power. At one point, 10 million people lost electricity, 1,000 cities were in the dark, and up to 80% of people in Kiev, the capital city, had no running water.
Everything is very scary, but when I work, when I do something productive, and when I do something that helps, I don't read news, right? And I can think that I'm doing something against this right now, instead of just reading them or sitting in darkness and thinking all these anxiety thoughts.
She is doing something, for example, helping protect Ukraine's food supply. She worked on securing devices that monitor crops in the fields, sometimes a landing spot for missiles. The devices have to be protected from cyber attackers trying to get inside and mess with the crops, and from enemies who would tamper with the devices on the ground.
Supporting some kind of critical infrastructure.
Data protection is crucial now, and she has cryptography skills that protect communications.
Business as usual, plus missiles.
There's a lot she says she can't talk about due to wartime secrecy, but new technology and innovation are growing dramatically in Ukraine as defenders try to find ways to outsmart attackers.
I'm telling you, all of this is kind of important and very fun, except this is war and crazy tragedy.
The crazy tragedy takes its toll. For Anna, the answer is simply work and more work until all this is over.
How are you doing emotionally at this point?
And the joke is that in Ukraine, we don't have PTSD because post-traumatic means post-event. We have an ongoing stress disorder. I think that's going to be an issue for after the victory to deal with all these mental health issues.
What happens now in 2023? Anna hopes the war will end, but she says there will still be work to do. For example, critical infrastructure is damaged and there will be problems with network connectivity. Plus, even if the war is officially over, the cyber attacks will likely continue. Still, she says the surge in innovation and technology during the war will translate into big benefits for people after the war, not just in Ukraine, but in the entire world. I'm Carrie Tomlinson for Ampere News.